All right, Virgos, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for October 31st through the 6th of November, 2016. I'm Athen, and this channel is about using the actual constellations in the sky, known as Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below for more information. All right, Virgo, so this week we have things still continuing with what will be another new moon in your first house last Sunday. So things kicking off here with, I think, still these new beginnings with your independence, with yourself. Happy birthday for those of you who have your birthdays this week, watching for your sun signs. But all of you should have a bit of this still energy and perhaps opportunity here to move things forward. Maybe it's about your goals. Maybe it's about your independence. Maybe it's about your personal needs. And so it's the time for that. And I think with the new moon, continuing with that and continuing with those new seeds. So there is going to be this shift this week, right at the beginning after the new moon, going into your second house, putting an emphasis on more of the self-worth or self-reliance. You know, this is about your material life, the finances perhaps for some of you, but just all in all your values, and most fundamentally the value of yourself and your ability and your confidence in your ability to go out and achieve the things you value in life. So it's great to be setting intentions with that as well, whether it's increasing the material security, the finances, the enjoyments of life, the simple life, whatever it is here. And I think just all in all, self-reliance can be a great way of working with this. And I think you'll find this more so as the week unfolds, once the sun gets in there, once Mercury's been in there for a while. But I think it's part of these new beginnings for sure. So this week we do have a lot of easy aspects, as you can see here, sextiles and trines mostly. And right at the beginning of the week with that still new moon energy, the sun will be trining up to Neptune, again, giving some positive support here into yourself, your goals, your independence, maybe to relax and enjoy a bit of the tranquil life that has been, you know, the life path with the North Node in the 12th house. And Neptune is naturally associated with the 12th, and your sun's also naturally associated with the 12th, rules the 12th rather. So there is this support. And I think you might find that maybe retreating a bit or you're feeling a bit easygoing and accepting things could be a great source of momentum or just enjoyment there with the trine up to Neptune. Then the middle part of the week, your ruler Mercury will be sextiling up to Pluto, so you could be feeling maybe like there's changes happening with you this week. Not major, but there already has been, right? So this is now this sort of opening here where you can maybe understand more about yourself or get open with yourself and maybe with your relationships as well. You know, a bit of that openness and intimacy there. So it's an opening. It's not a major aspect, but I think it's certainly available. It could be to connect with your roots, maybe your home life, maybe family. Maybe your health, maybe making some changes with that, because this is a great source of motivation for you. Although your energy levels might be on some level low, or your motivations are at the low because Mars is at the bottom of the chart, you do have this first house energy. And I do want to say that to get this Mars energy sort of moving, the things that can motivate you are your sentiments, are the things that are important to you emotionally, which is often home, family, that kind of a thing, but not always. You know, just whatever it is that's close to your emotional body and what you feel like might motivate you there with your sentiments. So it's great to put energy into that, you know, and whether it's home or whatever it is, great source of motivation. And I think with this Pluto, maybe some positive changes there with those roots in your life. And I do want to also mention Mercury does rule your 10th house of career. So maybe there is some changes with the career this middle part of the week that is available as well. Then as we go into the weekend, Venus will be trining up to Uranus. So there's a bit of this excitement, something new and different. This is actually probably what maybe you've been taking seriously this past year, or can be, involving learning or involving exchanging or communication in some sense, or your everyday stuff. This has been Saturn in your third house, but Venus here has recently sort of lifted this up a bit. So I think it's still a great week to enjoy maybe reading the book or exchanging, communicating, learning, and writing even. And maybe there's something new and different with relationships involving the exchanging going into the weekend. Uranus in your 7th house, or maybe it's about freedom in relationships, freeing things up. And so whatever that is, I think being open to new things is very supportive. There might be some wounds around this because Venus will be squaring up to Chiron, but just know it's very natural, very normal. It's internal. It's not an external thing, even though we may feel like it is. So acceptance is the name of the game. And as you do that inner acceptance, that inner healing, you'll find that maybe that is rejuvenating you and helping you, again, further things that have to do with either what you're learning, maybe with relationships, and yeah, that kind of a thing. Maybe even too with the finances, in fact, because Venus does rule the second. So maybe some changes there, freeing you up, self-worth, independence. But there might be some, again, wounds that might come as a result of that. So that's the trine up to Uranus. And then as we get into Sunday, then Mercury trines Chiron. So here's where I think the rejuvenation and healed energy will certainly come in. I think it's going to happen as a result of the square anyways. But Sunday, I think you could be feeling quite refreshed as a result of that. All right, Virgo, so that's the week in a nutshell. Definitely this new moon, still in your first house. Great source of energy here with your independence, your personal needs, definitely opportunities with Jupiter. Things are certainly shifting into the material side where you can set some intentions about your values, finances, material security, self-reliance. There is this positive energy here with your learning and communication, which can be perhaps exciting going into the weekend, as well as maybe a bit of those interrelationships and the importance of freedom in those. All right, so Virgo, have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.